What up, Pod Squad? Back with another video today, and today I'm answering a lot more questions. A lot of my friends have sent me questions. First one is from Naughty Nick. Give me the stick. He says, should race be identified at birth? Now, Nick, I don't know where you're trying to go with this, and I know a lot of stuff's been going on in the world that you might not agree with. But race should be identified at birth. Because what's stopping a man from becoming Jewish if he's classified as Puerto Rican at birth, Nick? That's where you don't understand what you're talking about. See, my coach used to always tell me back in middle school, Mike, if you want to hit the ball to the outfield, you have to swing for it. That's why if the doctor doesn't tell you what race you are, what are you going to be, Nick? Tell me. Put it in the comment section down below, Nick. Because I'm going to get mad, Nick. That's what I'm going to get. When you turn on the TV, does it go straight to the channels, Nick? No. You have to go to the channel. If you're going to change for someone else, who's going to change for you, Nick? I'm sorry I had to get aggravated, but it had to be said, Nick. Race should always be chosen at birth. No matter who you are, Nick. All right, I'm back with another question. It might be loud in here because there's a lot of people in here. But one of my good friends, CD, I ain't no FD, but I'll give you that BB, says, how does dip affect baseball players in their draw line? Now, CD, I've never been one to dip, but when my parents tell me about washing my clothes, that makes me think, why would I put dip in my mouth, CD? Now, this goes to start. When you think of a track star starting at 100 meters and trying to get to the 100-meter mark, is he going to use both arms to run? Yes, CD. Because when you run, you're shaking your head and you're running. But when you wash your clothes, what are you doing? You're throwing your clothes in the washer. And that brings me back to my coach again from middle school, when he used to tell me, Mike, hit the ball, go that way, run to the base, and then stop. That's where you're wrong. You can't worry about what you put in your mouth, but what you put out. People listen to you every day, even if you don't know it. When people have AirPods in, they're not always plugged in. That's why you're wrong. You have to make sure you say what you want to say to the right person, because that will get you in trouble, CD. And I know I've known you for a while, and I'm not getting mad at you. I'm disappointed. Be better. Next question, I had to change scenery because there's a lot of people in our house. People ask me why I wear tight helmets. Why do I wear tight clothes? And why I don't wear socks when I sleep. I'm here to tell you. My roommate has many forms of controversial diseases, but I still hang out with him. So, you get confused when you walk in a hallway and there's no lights on. But imagine walking to a room and there's no lights on in your roommate. That's where I don't understand sometimes. My roommate is getting a milkshake right now. He's supposed to be cutting. He was bulking last Christmas, and now he's supposed to be cutting. See, lights on, lights off is not a topic, but more of a subject. My parents used to tell me, Michael, when you go to bed, turn off the lights. And I've always kept that in the back of my mind, because I'm never going to forget that. They also, my Aunt Bubitha, she used to say all the time to wear shirts when you go outside. Not because you might get cold, but because you don't want to be hurt on the inside. And that's why I go back to the helmets, and that's why I wear them. What up, Poggers? We're back. I got my friend Gaddis. He plays baseball with me. We used to go way back. Back in elementary school, we were track stars. If you believe this, I used to do the shot put. He was a 100-meter dasher. And back then, we won the championship. LOL. But now that coach is also our high school coach now. So we go way back. And then our coach's wife married my dad, but they got divorced. And now my dad married her cousin. But back to the question. This is from, holy crap. Tommy loves his mommy even more, 103. I wonder if it's the same guy. He asks, should they keep scoring basketball games even though most games are played in America? Tommy, these are the questions that need to be kept in your mouth, Tommy. If I asked your mommy if basketball games should keep score in America, are you crazy? This country is about freedom and rights. The Second Amendment, I can carry a gun. So, Tommy, listen to me. If we're going to play basketball, I'm going to keep score. Why would I not keep score? I play to win. You hear me? Guess what? Back in elementary school, when we won the track championship, if we didn't keep score, who would have won? Whose dad would have married whose cousin? Huh, Tommy? You got anything to add? Catch you on the next one. What up, Pod Squad? Another question today. I got my friends Charlie and Cole. We live in the same house. This question comes from Sarah wants to get her hair done by a man. It's a funny name. Why do you sit in a chair when you talk to your mom on the phone? Now, Sarah, I don't know where you're getting this information from because I don't talk to my mom. My mom ran away from me when I was 6. So if you'd ask a more polite question, I could answer it. And how do you know I sit down when I talk to my mom? Where do you get that from, Sarah? I used to date a girl back in high school. 4 years ago. Her name was Sarah, too. You know what I did to her? I left her. Because she was crazy.
Maybe that's her.
Maybe that is her. Sarah, if that's you, listen to me, all right? I left you because I didn't want to talk to you. You ruined my life. You told the teacher I have a foot fetish? What kind of person are you? I used to lift dumbbells in high school before practice. I didn't have no foot fetish.
There's somebody in here with the foot fetish, actually.
My roommate has a foot fetish.
His name's Owen.
And Owen. He lives across the street, across the shell, with Eli.
Eli.
Why would I have a foot fetish? I told you, I lift dumbbells. Sarah, remember the first time we kissed in the Denny's parking lot? And you said, you smell like a burger? Because I ate a burger, Sarah. You know what you smell like? My math teacher. And that makes me mad. Y'all got anything to add?
Sarah, I just think the whole question was a little out of pocket considering, Mike,
This is a baseball helmet.
Mike used to love you at one point, but you kind of just ruined his life, broke his heart, ruined his life. And, clearly, I don't know if he's totally gotten over it yet. I mean, maybe he has.
Still a little upset about it, for sure.
But I think, he never talks about you, so he might have gotten over it. But, yeah. Charlie, got anything?
Not really.
All right, we'll catch you on the next question. All right, back with another question, guys. This one comes from Jerry So Harry. He wants to kiss Larry. He wants to know, I heard rumors that y'all have a Josh Hader type player on your team. And now, Jerry So Harry, you might want to kiss Larry. I don't know if you got this information from Cody, but I don't hang around the pitchers, but there is one person that I've seen throw. And it's unlike other. When you see someone throw, it's like a deer in headlights wearing jingle bells. You don't know what just happened. You're like, did he just do that? Did he just take advantage of me? No. That's just who he is. He's a fighter. And that man's name is Naughty Neighbors. We call him that because of the things he used to do in elementary school with his roommates. Because he went to a private school and he stayed with preschoolers when he was in the 4th grade. And he used to prank them by turning on the stove and saying, let's play patty cake. And he would grab their hand and put it on the stove. That was really messed up. And I don't think I'm laughing. I think I'm just more of happy to be here. But please forgive me for that. But yes, when he throws, it's like a gazelle coming down from the clouds at midnight. It catches you off guard when he throws it. It's so flirtatious, and it hits the zone at a immaculate speed that most people couldn't even dream of thinking of being. But first, when you come to a team to grow, you stop and think, why'd the tree grow first? And that's where a lot of people go to the beach and stuff for vacation because they want to lay down instead of rising up. And that's probably where you got it from. Thanks, though. What up, Pod Squad? Back with another question this time. Gotcha. This question comes from Davies, has been diagnosed with the gabies. He wants to know, should batteries be banned from electronic phones playing videos? And whereas I don't use phones because I don't believe in technology as much, I'd rather use a wristband. But most people, they like what they want. And see, when I was talking about how me and Gaddis used to be track stars, back then we weren't able to say what we wanted to do. We had a drink before we went to the store. Because when you start from here and then you want to finish there, me and Gaddis are now teammates in college. And Davies has been diagnosed with the gabies. I don't really understand what you want with the batteries necessarily. My roommate used to lick batteries because he felt like it gave him a burst of energy, but it wasn't really knocking up there. You don't get energy from licking batteries, but more as eating food or drinking drinks. And that's just where I stand. I don't know what you want from me, Davies, because I can't choose who has batteries and who doesn't, because I don't have a phone necessarily. And that's all I gotta say, Davies. Sorry guys, this is gonna be our last question today, but I felt like we should get more serious here. And a lot of our coaches and family members have been wondering, what do y'all like about each other the most and the least? So we're gonna go ahead. Do you wanna go first?
You sweating?
Am I sweating?
Yeah.
I'll go first, I guess. I'll talk about, you want me to go with worst or best first?
Let's go worse. I'll go after you.
Okay. The worst things Grayson does is when I lay in my bed, and I've mentioned this before, he grabs my feet. And this is shortly after I run around the house without socks, because he likes them to be crusted. I hate when he does that. Second thing is when I'm eating yogurt, and he thinks it's funny. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The third thing that's the worst is he gets on my phone and he texts my so-called cousins and asks them to hang out so he can hang out with my cousin. My cousin's name is George. Why do you want to hang out with George? Okay, go ahead.
Well, the worst thing about him, at late at night, what the
Please don't cuss.
The worst things about him is he, after I get out of the shower, I open up the door, his is staring at my face. Let's see, he likes to touch my butt. That's very weird, What else? Oh, he moans a lot. Says, would you, what is it? You like jazz? He says that a lot.
Do
Whoa. That too. That feet, man. Come on up here. Let's go. He likes to touch my hand and my thighs. He also right next to me.
Grayson takes pictures of my feet when I'm sleeping. So if we're gonna go about feet, mention the times when you take pictures of me sleeping. Okay, now we'll go to the best. You can start with the best.
He's my guy. He's always got my back. He's my teammate forever. My boyfriend. He's my best friend.
Alright, I'll go.
Come on up.
best things he does is how he grabs my hips when I brush my teeth. That is just something I'll never feel from anyone else, ever. Second thing is, like he said, like, he's always on my back. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh. He's always there. He's always just right there on my back. I can't do anything about it. I'm helpless. Third thing is the way he looks at me. It's like a sunlight staring in a gazelle's eye. I mean, not just when he stares at me, but when I'm changing clothes. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. The way he just looks at me when I take a sock off. I mean, what else can I say? How could you not laugh? That's just, we have a great bond. That'll be it. What up, Pog Squad? We're back. I got Charlie again and Jackson Diamond. We have a question today flowing in from Scary Terry Has Something Hairy 6941382. She wants to know, should Germans be allowed to drink sweet tea even though half their country is banned? You got this one first.
Well, considering the history, obviously, with the Germans and their lack of social awareness, I totally agree. I think they should not be able to drink this tea. They dropped the ball in the 40s, obviously. So I think that is it's a great idea. I don't think they should be able to drink the tea at all.
I'm gonna second him on that. We have a German teammate. We call him Davies. He just got diagnosed with scabies, and we don't know him from which is which. He likes to make fun of us, but if we make fun of him, double standards. It's like having a twin baby without a twin. How are you gonna birth them? 3 kids can't make one if you have one. That's why most parents get married to another of the opposite kind, because they don't wanna share. Now, stop right there. You might think, do Germans have the same privilege as American citizens? No, they don't. They lost their war. It's our turn now. You got anything?
I mean, did they really lose though?
That's a big thing too. Most Germans can't swim because they have 3 less bones in their back blade. Remember that when Coach used to tell us that?
Yep.
But when they dolphin dive, they get stuck. And that's what happens. Next question comes from another guy. We call him... Next question comes flowing again. It's from a blonde teammate of ours. We call him Harrence. But we also call him Doobie. And a lot of people call him Lola. He wants to know, what do y'all do when y'all are bored in the goat house? You got this one?
I'll start. Yeah. One thing I like to do to really pass the time in this wonderful home that we live in, I love to hang with Mike. If I'm being honest with you, me and Mike, we built this connection. We've got to know each other on this personal level that I don't think we ever thought we could reach. And honest to God, I now know Mike more than I ever thought I would. So I think that is a great thing for me. You want to add?
Yeah. Diamond and Charlie, we're infielders. He's more of a infielder and an infielder. We, at Columbia State, I don't know, there's no set vision, if you know what I mean. My Uncle Chad, he used to say, if you have a vision, you're never going to need contacts. And I used to think about that, because if your vision's stuck on being good, how are you going to get better? And that's why we get better. Because if you want to just stay mediocre down here, people play limo with mediocre. No, I want to do a pull-up on mediocre. I want to get above. I don't want to be stuck doing a limo and dancing. Dancing's fun, but only when you're with your spouse. You should never dance with something that's not your spouse. Like I said, twins. If you have 2 twins, you're going to be stuck there. And like I said, the bar, mediocre, you got to grab it and really pull up there because you can't be stuck. You got anything?
Yeah, I mean, we had a quote today in practice, and it was, you want to say the quote down?
You either have excuses or results. Can't have both of them.
And I think a lot of time, we have
It's
excuses.
by Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A great quote. And bring it back to the topic of dancing. Me and Mike, we find ourselves dancing with each other a lot, especially lately. It gets cold. Got to warm ourselves up. The AC sometimes goes out just a little bit. We dance in many ways.
We have a TV, if you don't care to show. Right there. Guys. Sorry. We watch funny videos with water in our mouth. We were like that. Like a snow bunny, but not a blonde, a hot girl. Like boys with water in their mouth. And when you put the water in your mouth, it causes your mouth to get big. And then when you laugh, you spit it out. And my roommate, Grayson, spit water on me one time. He's also my roommate. And him and Diamond spit water on me. I was wet. So you know what they called me?
So wet.
They called me an otter because I was wet.
Loves the water.
Yes. And Tails, and all the anime videos like Veggie Tales, Fish Tales, Hairy Tales. Harry wanted to give Barry a bale of hail, stuff like that. And that's what we did as fun.
Bale of hail. What an idiot.
Hey, Grace, take my picture.